guys, welcome back to the channel. Out in the woods today, and weather has changed considerably around here. We've got a lot of snow and temperatures are well below freezing. It's definitely a big difference than it was just a couple of weeks ago. Even a couple days ago, it was almost up in the 60s, and then overnight we got this huge snowstorm and big cold front moving through. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to get out in the woods and start testing some of that new gear that I previewed in the New Year's preview video. The first thing I want to look at today is this really awesome bow saw that was sent to me by one of my viewers. Now, the saw itself is made by Nick Stowell, and to get in contact with Nick, you need to contact him through Facebook. But he makes these things by hand, and just looking at this thing and taking it out and messing with it a little bit, the craftsmanship on this thing is incredible, and you're going to see that in a minute. But it was sent to me by Bob Spurlock, who has a YouTube channel out there called Hellhound Outdoors, and this is his personal bow saw that he sent me to test out. So I want to thank him for doing that. That's a pretty big leap of faith, to sending someone you don't know a prized possession like this and saying, here, take your time with it, use it, enjoy it, try it out, and then send it back when you're done. So I really appreciate him, taking the time to mail this to me and allowing me to try it out, because I have never really tried a bow saw that much. I've used other people's bow saws, but I've never owned one. I've always owned either a Silky or a Baco. Now, the only other bow saw that I have experience with, I guess I will take that back, I did own one, and that was the Bob Drastude saw. And the Bob saw is an aluminum folding bow saw, and it was nice, but it had its limitations, and it certainly was not the most comfortable saw I've ever used in the woods. And that does make a difference when you're sawing a lot of wood, especially out in the winter when you're going to be sawing a lot. So comfort is important, and then just ease of use. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this thing up, show you how it's set up, and then we're going to cut through some stuff and see how it does, and we'll go from there. So stick around. All right, there's the saw, all ready to go. This is how you'd pack it in. So first thing I need to do is unwrap this. The wood on this saw is zebra wood. That's why it has all this beautiful striping on it. And the saw blade is a Baco saw blade, and so it's a standard size that you can replace pretty easily. You can see these just fit right in here, like that. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay. And then the cordage and this little key, this is how it keeps tension. So you slip those in the end, and then the key starts winding around itself. And what's happening is it's making that 550 cord shorter, and it's tightening the arms inward. And you want this thing nice and tight. You don't want any play. Go one more. think that'll be about it. There we go. Now the saw is going to hold together. It's not going anywhere. And look how much saw you have. It's a big blade. Good sized blade. And then what you can do is you can replace this blade to any kind of blade you want. So if you're looking for more of a hardwoods blade, they have those. If you're looking for something that's cutting more greenwood, there's greenwood blades. So there's different types that you can go out and buy either on the internet or at a hardware store. But that's the nice thing about these types of saws, that these are easily replaceable. I mean, you could be on a trip and break a blade and go out to a hardware store and probably find a bow saw blade that would fit this. So that's a big plus for a lot of people. It's something that you can easily replace while out if you need to. All right, now we got to cut some stuff. Yeah, since we have such a big blade, we can go through larger logs a lot easier than some saws can handle. So this is going to be a good test. This is really seasoned wood. It's been out here a long time. Of course, the temperatures are, like I said, well below zero. Going through pretty quick. Nice thing about this is you get several different hand positions. You can do double like this. You can put it up here, up there, down low. Kind of whatever makes sense for keeping it stable. Little wood cutting to keep warm. Try to use all the blade. Now this is the only limitation of bow saws. Once I get down to here, I can't cut anymore. So I either have to change my position or hope that it's enough through I can drop it. I think if you're looking for a traditional looking saw and want something a little bit different than the Silkies or the other handheld saws, the one-handed saws, I think this is a great option. Certainly you can buy bow saws at hardware stores and anywhere, but if you're looking for something that's a little bit more heirloom, you know, something that's going to really complement a traditional looking kit, this is a great option. I'm really blown away by how tight the tolerances on the wood is. On this thing, the craftsmanship is really nice. He did a really nice job putting this saw together, and it's something that if you take care of it, you'd be passing this down to your son or daughter to use when they turn into old enough bushcrafters. So you know, a saw is a saw. It's going to cut. That's all dependent on the blade. But what I'm really impressed with is how quickly this thing cuts through wood, because you have such a longer blade and you're able to stabilize it with two hands instead of one. It really goes through the wood much quicker and easier. And then the fact, just the way it looks, it's so beautiful. Such a gorgeous saw. I mean, the zebra wood is beautiful, and from what I understand, you can request different types of wood. He'll make this in other woods for you, so I don't know what the options are, but this runs around $120. So you need to contact those guys and they'll set you up. so nice to work with. All right, there you go.